Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a Striker PvP guide. Let's go with the basics first. Let's go with the protections first. We have foreguards, super armors, and iframes. Each of these help you stay protected on a fight. Super armors stop CCs from coming through, but things like debuffs, like slows, bleeding, attack slows, all of that is still going to affect you. Foreguards protect you from CCs and also damage, slows, and debuffs. But it also has a meter, and if that meter gets depleted, everything else will count towards you. So it's basically like you're standing still. And then we have iframes. Iframes pretty much avoids everything. So let's go over the CC values and CC limits. Every CC has a value to them. Knockbacks and stiffness have a value of 0.7. Everything else, like stuns, floatings, and knockdowns and bounds have a value of 1. And there's a limit to the CCs. The limit is 2, and after that limit is reached, they're gonna become immune to CCs. So if we hit them with 2 value 1 CCs, they're gonna become immune for 5 seconds, meaning they cannot be CC'd again until it's over. Like now, they can get CC'd again. You can combine the soft CCs, the 0.7 ones, with the hard ones, and increase the CC a little bit. Meaning you can do a stiffness, a knockdown, and then a floating, and then they'll be immune to CCs. Although there are these things called air smash and down smash, and these do not count towards CC. So if they're immune to CCs and you perform a down smash, he'll still be able to get down smashed even though he's immune to CCs. And this way you can extend the CC and perform what is called an infinite CC combo. Not all classes have a good infinite CC combos, but a lot of classes can perform chain down smash combination. It looks something like this. So I'm gonna CC this guy to his limits, and then I'm gonna do a down smash. I'm gonna do another down smash. I'm gonna do another down smash, and then I can CC him again. These are what it's called infinite combo, and like I said, you can basically combo someone and then do the down smash and CC him again before he stands up, and pretty much do a combo again. Now, this don't work all the time because I believe that it's like a 50 or 30% chance of someone getting down smashed, and you have to do it at the right time. If you do it while he's standing up, he won't be able to get down smashed. Same thing for the air smash, but air smash is still a little tricky because air smash is kind of a doo-doo. Let's put it that way, because people can stand up right away after getting air smash. So this is how the air smash looks, and they'll spin in the air. You'll see how it looks like that. After that, people will stand up right away, even though you did a floating, which usually takes longer for them to stand up. They're gonna stand up right away from that one. The only benefit to it is that you can do air attack damage, but I don't like using it, to be honest. Let's go over some super armor rotations and SA lingerings. SA lingerings just means that your skills holds the super armor until the animation is over. This is good to stop people from CCing you, and if you're waiting on regaining stamina because you're running out of stamina or something like that. Here are some super armor rotations you can use. Mass Destruction and Lingering. Rich Hammer, Linger it. Crouching Wolf, Leg Drop into Mass Destruction. And pretty much we rotate the same pattern. I'm gonna show you some super armors that also regen your stamina. This is good because if you're running out of stamina because you're chasing someone or trying to see him, it's not working. You can use these super armors and stay protected while you're regen stamina. You can use what's the name of the skill? You can use Explosive Jolt, which is one of the skill enhancements, like this. And it'll still regen your stamina. The only problem is that it doesn't have lingering super armor. You can also use Rage Hammer. All of it will regen stamina. You can also use Racing Blast. This will also regen your stamina when you land. And you can also use Rock Smash. These are all great skills to regen stamina. On Awakening, you can use Autumn Blaze, Echo, Savage Stormer, Skull Crusher, and Battle Cry. All of it will regen you stamina. Let's go into some iframes. Now you can chain your iframes now. A good way to chain them would be, let's see, if you're fighting 1vx or in a node war or something, and you're doing your combos and you end up using this skill, the Battle Cry. Right while you're doing Battle Cry, you can press S and it'll iframe you backwards, and this can be changed with your other iframes. So the Battle Cry, S, Shift X, sidestep into the dash, and all of those linked. There's no gap between them anymore, and you can really use that just to evade damage and CC. There are certain skills you want to lock. You want to lock evasion and you want to lock rage transfer. You don't want to be transferring rage by mistake. You can lock Fallout, but Fallout is a really good CC, knockdown CC. I lock it because I don't like using it, since I can use it by mistake. If I'm trying to master struck and I right click first, it'll do the Fallout instead. Here are my current crystal setup for PvP, but I'm planning on swapping this Alucas and this Rebellious for 2 hums, just so I can get the extra 4 hums. Here are my add-ons for PvP on Awakening. This attack speed on Autumn Blaze will help you a lot to perform a combo, the combo that I use the most. And I have bleeding on Spiral and bleeding on Crosswind because of the way bleeding works. So when you apply bleeding, right when you applied it, it ticks for 100 damage, and if you applied a second bleeding of a higher tier, it'll rewrite the previous one and it'll also tick for 150 when applied. So I'm pretty much doing Spiral and Crosswind, and just because I'm doing both skills simultaneously, it'll proc both bleeding for a total damage of 250, just because I'm using that skill. And that's the only reason I use that. And then everything else I think is pretty good. So the skills that I hotkey are Autumn Blaze on 1, Skull Crusher on 2, Perfect Blow on 3, Backstep on 4, Battle Cry on 5, Crouching Wolf on my mouse, and Explosive Jolt on my other mouse key. Now the reason why I hotkey Autumn Blaze and Skull Crusher is because you can use them from pre-awakened stance. So if I hit number 2, it'll turn me into awakened stance. Same for the Autumn Blaze. If I'm on my pre-awaken and I hit 1, it'll put me into the awakened stance as well. I used to do it for Battlecry, which is the same thing. The only problem is for Battlecry, you cannot use it on Reawaken, and you cannot use the input for it either, which is S right click. I have it there because if I'm using this skills, I don't want to press S by mistake and go into my forward guard. I just go ahead and use my 5 for the super armor right away. I'm used to using my hotkeys for backstep, but you don't have to use it with your hotkey. You can use it with Shift X and that'll make it faster. If you use it like this, it'll be faster than using it with the hotkey. For some reason, just doing the input will make the ability work faster. Same for the perfect blow. You can use Shift C, but like you see, I can get confused with Shift X as well. That's why I have it on my 3. With explosive jolt, you need to use a skill hotkey for it because there's no input for it. You have to use a hotkey, so I use my mouse button for this, and it's a good thing because if I'm on awakening, I can use it and it will bring me back to the awakened stance. Let's see, crouching wolf. It's better if you use this on a hotkey because it will help you get out of sticky situations. It also prevents you from jumping by mistake, since the input key for the crouching wolf is pace. Now here are some combos for our weakening striker that you can use. Let's start with the grab combo. Now, when you're doing the second CC with the spiral cannon, you want to make sure your opponent is standing up by the time you're going to do it, because if he's still on the ground, he can be down smashed, and you don't want that to happen, because if he down smash, he'll stand up right away. And here's a combo from a stun. I usually have Fallout locked, but for this spiral CC, it's better if you use Fallout. You can use grab instead of Fallout, but if you don't have grab available, and if you're using Fallout, which has more damage than the grab, it'll be better. It's pretty much how it goes. The awakening grab have different animations depending on what skills you're using. So if you're just standing still and you use your awakening grab, this is the regular animation. Let's see for it. If you're using Rampage Imperator or Bite Up beforehand, this is how it looks. And my favorite one, after using Furious Assault, this is how it looks. Here's a combo with the awakening grab. Here's a better combo, in my opinion. This is the combo I use most of the time, but you do need attack speed for this to work. So if you're using the Veils and you're using the buff from Crouching Wolf, this will help you pull out the combo in time. If you're slowed, you probably won't be able to do it in time, so you can cut off some skills for it to work. This is pretty much how it goes. And the reason I like this combo is because when you're doing the spiral, they're standing up, and because they're standing up, they won't be down smashed from the spiral cannon, because spiral cannon has a down smash mechanic to it. So if they're laying down from the grab and you do the spiral cannon too early, they could get down smashed and they'll get up right away. You gotta be careful with that, just so you know that they can get up right away from down smash. So the goal is to grab them, CC them, and then after echo, you want to wait for them to stand up a little bit and then you spiral. But if you're doing this combo, you can just perform the skill and then spiral right away. This. I already have a PvP guide on Succession Striker, but some people wanted me to update the combos since we got the new skill from the Magnus, which is called Heart and Soul, which substitutes the sweeping kick skill. These are my add-ons. That's what I'm currently using. I feel like I like what I have right now. You can change the blading if you don't like the blading here, but it's pretty much what I'm using. Here are the updated combos for Striker. I'm going to show you first a simple one with the grab. I'm going to show you one from a stun. And the combo I like to use the most is the grab skill with pretty much extra steps, but you need the Crouching Wolf buff from the 3 martial shards. So you use Crouching Wolf to consume them, and then do the combo. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Something that I suggest you guys doing, just so you can learn how to PvP better with the Striker, is watching montages from different people and see what other strikers do when they're comboing someone. That's what I did in the beginning, and it really helped me a lot learn the Striker and pretty much PvPing a lot as well here in the BA. Oh, this.